Welcome back, everyone. We have a bunch of G.I. Joe figures and we'll be unboxing some today. So I haven't completely decided how many I'll unbox today, but we'll definitely unbox a lot of these. I have these really cool Shadow Ninjas. These are super awesome. And what really stands out to me is not only the figures are awesome, but the packaging is in super good condition. I'll try to give everyone a closer look. So these are from 1993, so that's a long time ago, and it looks like these are completely brand new. So this is Night Creeper, and there's 6 figures at least within this set to collect. Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, and a bunch of other really cool figures. This one happens to be Night Creeper, and you know what? I will unbox this one. Even though it's in really good condition, we're going to unbox this for the very first time today. So we kept the card in pretty good condition. Maybe I'll cut this out to save that also. And let's take this figure out. Here's our new figure out of the package. And this is super cool because it's like really new and tight, like the elbows and knees. They're kind of like hard to move, and I'm not used to that with G.I. Joe figures because usually they're really wobbly and loose, especially these older ones. So again, this is from 1993. And check this out, we can move his arm up, and both of them go up together. Both arms go up together and come down together. So I remember they started doing that in the early 90s with these. A lot of the older 80s G.I. Joe figures didn't have that, but then they added that feature to them. And I think it's kind of neat. It's interesting. And I actually had this figure at one time. So a long time ago I had the same figure. And here's all the accessories he comes with. Comes with this bow and arrow and a bunch of other accessories. I'll leave these on right on here, and I won't take them apart. We'll just kind of leave them on there. I think it looks really cool like that. And I remember the Storm Shadow from the late 1980s, early 90s. I think it was late 1980s. Had this same bow and arrow structure to it. I think it was a red bow and arrow though, if I can remember correctly. Maybe gray, but I think it was red. So it kind of reminds me of that. And let's see what else we have here. Oh, these were the best. These are super cool. It shows all of the figures, or not all of them, but some of the figures we can collect. And this hovercraft was super awesome. Never had that. I did have this. This, I believe, was a mail-in figure. If I can remember correctly, it was a mail-in figure, and then some of these other really cool figures also. And Deep Six with the yellow outfit, and on the back some other cool accessories and different things you can collect. That's cool. We'll set that aside. And this is a color changer, I believe. So yeah, we'll try that in just a little bit. We'll set this figure aside for now, and we'll go back to that. Let's check this out next. This is Cobra Commander, and these little minifigures, there's 6 of them to collect within this set, and we have all 6 of them. I think we do at least. There's 6 different figures, so I'm assuming that's the entire set. Limited edition, 6 to collect. This is Cobra Commander minifigure. We'll check this out. First time opening these minifigures. They're kind of neat looking. So there's really not much or really any articulation here. So the knees and feet, legs don't even move, the arms don't move, so they're really just stuck in place. They're still kind of neat though, you know, they're just a simple basic minifigure, and Cobra Commander there. Alright, let's open another one of these, Destro. So Cobra Commander is on the bad team, the Cobra team, and so is Destro. And Destro's just like Cobra Commander, as in really no or limited articulation. I mean, is there really any? Its head doesn't even move. So they're just stuck in place. So they are kind of just what they are, just a mini collectible figure. Duke, we have Duke next. He's on the hero team, the G.I. Joe team. Duke is one of the main characters for the G.I. Joe team. He has a backpack on, And Roadblock, one of my favorite figures. Roadblock's always been one of my favorite. And I've never owned this exact figure, but I did have a lot of old Roadblock figures from the G.I. Joes from the late 1980s. A little bit closer look at Roadblock. So why don't we just open the rest of these here? We have the last two ninjas. So the last two figures are ninjas, and we have the red ninja and Snake Eyes. We'll unbox this first, the red ninja. So these figures are about 2 inches tall, I would say, roughly. So quite a bit smaller than the regular size G.I. Joe figure. Red Ninja. That would have been cool if they had, like, I don't know, like a Storm Shadow, specific Storm Shadow, but this Red Ninja is really cool. We have Snake Eyes next. Snake Eyes is really cool. Another main character for the G.I. Joe team. So is Roadblock. So all three of these G.I. Joe figures we opened are really important main characters. Snake Eyes is probably one of the most popular and happens to be one of my favorites. So yeah, that's really cool. So we have all 6 of them we just opened. And we have 2 other G.I. Joe figures, kind of the more the traditional figure packaging here. This is from 1992, and I always like to look at the figure checklist on the back. So this set has some really cool figures. I will set this one aside, and let's check out the back of this one here. This one's really cool. So yeah, that's that Storm Shadow I was mentioning before. This is from 1987, so that Storm Shadow I was just talking about, the bow and arrow, is from 1987 actually, so we're really close now. It's the late 1980s, and it shows the bow and arrow gray on there. I still wonder if the actual bow and arrow the figure comes with is red. I cannot remember. I'll have to look back on that. But this is one of the coolest sets of G.I. Joe figures released in my opinion, because there's Gung Ho is super cool, Jinx really awesome, Ninja, I remember Chuckles. I remember all of these. There's Cobra Commander with his armor and specific gear. Big Boy comes with the boxing gloves that you can take the boxing gloves on and off, and then a punching bag. Outback's really awesome. Law and Order, you get a German Shepherd that comes with Law and Order. Hardball, yeah, so many awesome figures here. Storm Shadow is definitely one of my favorites. I don't see Snake Eyes. I don't think he was on this set. Quick Kick is another cool figure, and I don't see Quick Kick on here either. So I'm thinking I'll open one of these and keep one in the package. And let's see here. You know what? I'll open Muskrat. I think we'll open that one today. And this one we won't, but we'll take a closer look at this one. This is from 1987, so an older set, and it has a little bit of damage up here from the hanger tag, which was common because a lot of people, when these would be in the hangers, if this figure was back maybe 5 or 10 figures, they wouldn't want to take all of the figures in front off. They just kind of yank it down, and a lot of times that would break this hanger tag. So to find those in place, it's a little bit more difficult, less common to find those in place. Although I do see them in place a lot too, so it's not like it's super rare or hard to find them in place. But anyway, so the accessories are really cool here. There's the Bobcat. It doesn't really look like a Bobcat there, as you can see. I mean, that's the Bobcat there. It definitely looks like one there, but right here it looks kind of like, I don't know, like a dog slash something. I don't know. It just doesn't really look like a Bobcat. Comes with this orange backpack, and yeah, it's a really cool figure. We'll definitely keep this one in the package. I think that would be so neat to just collect all these figures. It would be really neat. And I still actually have a lot of my original G.I. Joe figures from the past. Maybe I'll do a collection video of my original toy collection, which I still have most of it. Okay, so we're going to open this next here, Muskrat. So there's Muskrat out of the package, and we can cut along these dotted lines to save the file card. And I might do that. I'll just do that later though. So here's everything. This figure comes with a launcher and a bunch of different accessories and a helmet. I always like when figures would come with a helmet. I thought it was kind of fun to put the helmet on. It still is fun. That's why I'm going to put it on right here. So he has his helmet on, and really just kind of like a hard to move figure, which is neat. I just think that's so cool, finding these like out of the package like that. And it looks like the O-ring is still intact. Everything is really nice with this figure. Same with the other figure that we unboxed already. I'll take this off. And sometimes like the nose would chip off if you take these on and off too much, and I remember especially like the thumbs would break off too sometimes. So yeah, that's a cool figure. We'll set that aside. So we've opened a lot of the figures up so far. Now we're down to 2 figures, Bushido and Snake Eyes, and I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to keep the Snake Eyes figure in the package. I don't know, what do you think about that? Do you think I should open this in a different video or just keep it in the package? I'm thinking I'll keep it sealed for a couple of reasons. Snake Eyes is one of my favorite, actually a few reasons. Snake Eyes is one of my favorite figures and ninjas. Also, the packaging is in such good condition, like really good condition. And lastly, I kind of want to start collecting like Snake Eyes figures in the package and see how many I can collect. It's not something I'm going to for sure do, but I kind of want to keep it in mind. So I'm going to keep this just in case in the package, and I'll set that down and we'll unbox this Bushido. So here's a look at this figure out of the package. And definitely brand new, again, as it should be, just like we were saying before. And this time, this figure, we can bring up his right arm, and it just kind of goes right back down. So it has that ninja power action. But this side doesn't move up, so this one just stays in place. And here's all the accessories this figure comes with. And again, we have this, shows other figures we can collect. And yeah, it's the same one as we just saw. Which is interesting because these figures are from 1993. This is from 1993, but these are from years before that. I want to say these are from like the mid 1980s to 1986, 1987, something like that. I'd have to go back and see exactly, but they're before these ninja figures that we just opened. So maybe they were still available at the time. I don't know, but either way, it's really cool. I just think this hovercraft is still to this day is super awesome. Looks like there's a Tiger Force figure in there that has like the yellow helmet, which I think are really cool, the Tiger Force figures. Again, that Ninja mail-in exclusive. Deep Six. So yeah, that's awesome. Alright, so it's saying on the package that dip into warm water to activate invisible power, dip into ice water to bring back to standard color. So let's give that a try, see if it still works after all these years. Here we are with some warm water, and we have some cold water. I'm glad I just did dishes, took these right out of the dishwasher, and that's a good thing because otherwise they could have been like really gross, had leftovers on them and so on. But anyway, we're good. So we have our warm water right here, and not much difference. I don't think it's supposed to change much in the warm water, but in the cold water it should be a different story. Oh yeah, it does kind of change color a little bit, yeah. That's cool. After all these years, still changes color. Cool. So yeah, the cold ice water is the big difference here. That's really cool. Alright, we'll set this figure aside and try out our next figure. Put them in the warm water, and don't really expect much to happen in the warm water here. And in the cold water, here we go. Okay, did he change? I don't know. We'll have to try that again. Okay, so warm water. Not really. Cold water. Well, maybe a little bit different. Yeah, I think his pants are changing. I was expecting the shirt to change a little bit more, but I think his pants changed a little bit, but not nearly as much as this figure. I mean, this one's like changed quite a bit. Well, now it doesn't want to change as much. Anyway, it worked a little bit, as we could all see. So that's our two figures. The color changing doesn't work as well, but still does work a little bit. So that's cool. Now that we've unboxed all of our figures, the next step is to put the figures away. And I've been trying to be more organized with all of my action figures and try to keep all the pieces together as best as I can. So what I'm going to do is put them in these baggies here, and I have these sealed Ziploc baggies. You can use really any kind of baggie you want. You know, I like these ones here with this zipper top to them like that, but you can use the ones that just snap in place or whatever ones you want. I just would recommend, if you're going to use a used baggie, make sure it doesn't have like peanut butter and jelly in it or anything like that. Accessories are going in here. I even cut out the file card. So this is all for Muskrat. Oh wait, we can't forget the orange launcher goes in there also. We'll get the air out just like that, and there we go. Muskrat is set to put aside, and next up I'll put the 6 figures, so that way I can keep the complete set in here, and I'll keep all 6 of these together. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to make the complete set. Again, we'll get the air out of these as best we can. That way the baggies won't pop or take up extra room that they don't need to. And we have the color change figures. So I'm getting that ready. I think I'll store them separately. That way I can keep their accessories separate. On this baggie, I was just getting a baggie ready and it has this rip there. So I'm going to change it out. Maybe I'm being a little bit too picky with it, but I definitely don't want to lose accessories. Okay, so I'm going to make sure the figure is dry, and it is. Now I think these go, yeah, this goes together, I'm almost 100% sure. And then we have this will go in here also, just to keep that. Not really much of a file card for these. I'm going to look at it again. I guess there's a little bit of a file card. I don't know, maybe I'll save that too. I haven't decided, but for now I'll just keep them like this, perfectly fine, like that. Set that aside. And now we just have one more figure. And here it is. I'll kind of straighten his arms out a little bit too. That way he sits in the package a little bit better. Okay, now I have myself thinking, okay, I think that's, now I'm wondering if Bushido comes with this. Oh, I'll have to go back and check. I'm pretty sure these go with this figure, but if I'm wrong, no big deal. I'll just have to go back and check. But we got these sealed, ready to go. Alright, well that is it for today's video. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you next time.